All right, so for today I'm going to be lighting off a couple of these ground blooms. This one is the black powder. I'm using a piece of cardboard to help because there's a lot of rocks around here. I'm also going to be lighting off this guy here, which I made the other day. It's 200 grams of smoke, and then a couple other small stuff that I made. Anyways, here's the first test. Well, let me actually move these back just in case. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Wow, it actually flew. Yeah, sorry about the last reaction of mine. That wasn't supposed to fly. It was just a ground bloom. It didn't have a wing, and it actually went vertical and spun. But this here is a 2-stage. Actually, it might be one. Yeah, I put black powder and red on this one. I'm gonna make one with green, but let's see how well this one flies. Alright, here is a ground bloom. It's going to be black powder to red. Hopefully it works, it doesn't get stuck on some rocks. Oh, it got stuck. So pretty much on this 2-stage it had the black powder, and I think you can see the red. I saw the red flame. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but this thing took off extremely fast. That was the black powder that I made just recently with red cedar. This one is all black powder, which, as you saw, actually took off, and it was actually floating above the ground, which was crazy. This one has no vent port to lift it, so it actually spun on its own, and with the amount of force it had, it actually lifted itself up and took off, which I thought was really cool. Now I'm going to be testing the standard ground bloom. This one I didn't modify at all. This one is just the way it comes from the factory, minus the wing that I put on it. As you can see, using a little piece of wood or cardboard is helping it tremendously. It's actually able to lift. I was testing earlier and I couldn't get any to light or actually spin, so it's actually working out a lot better now. As you can tell, these ground blooms from the factory or China, wherever, they don't actually have a lot of thrust. That's why a lot of them don't really work that well. One of the other things I forgot to mention was this thing took off extremely fast and then started to fall back down, and it stayed in the air for a while because it was still trying to lift, but the erosion of that hole is very, very bad for it. That's why it does that. I didn't use any chalk, or I'm sorry, I didn't use any clay for that. So on the next ones, I'm gonna start adding more clay and using my tooling like the buzz bomb and see if that helps it. And here I'm just testing another green star that I made. This is a tiny little star. We'll see how it looks. So you can see it's very green even in daylight, so at night it lights up the whole area. I think it looks really good. So the next is going to be this Pringles can with my smoke mix. I have a couple tiger tails in there. I'm going to be utilizing this sparkler, or a morning glory rather, to get it to go down as a fuse, and then it should ignite it. Here we go. So that right now is just the morning glory. See if we can get it to ignite the smoke mix. And I think the smoke mix is off now. As you can see, it doesn't look as crazy because I didn't put a cap on it or a lid or whatever you want to call it, but out in the open like that, it throws a lot of smoke, as you can see. Smoking out the whole area. It looks like it's burning a little bit because you can see where it's black and then it turns white, and it lasts a while. I know my last amount, I couldn't see anything. Like now I could barely see what's going on because it's getting real thick. But that's what it's awesome about it, is that the legendary smoke mix works really well, and it actually smokes out the whole area. And it lasts a while. That's what I like about these. I probably won't keep recording because it's just going to be the smoke mixture and that's it. But anyways, this is all for now. I'm going to be testing a couple other items. Thanks for watching. Actually, before I go, I wanted to show the smoke eating away at the Pringles can. This guy is completely toasted, and it's showing as it's burning. On the bottom it's not completely burned yet, and that's showing exactly where the heat's transferring to.